welcome to the CommuniCast. This is our first official episode. I guess the last one was just a shitty, test or something. Anyway, so I guess I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Fappy. I'm a cat. And we have Daystar. Daystar, you want to explain who you are?
Hi, I'm Daystar. That's me.
Oh wow, that was very, very informative.
Come on, everyone knows who I am according to everybody on the internet.
Who are you, Fizz?
I am Fizz the Toaster. I am not actual a toaster. I'm the sound goblin for these little podcasts.
Oh.
You're not a toast. Oh shit.
No,
Why
I'm
have
sorry.
I got this bread right next to me then?
Everything I know is a lie.
Toasters, toast! Hotel Mario in there. Anyway, so we got our two guests today. We have Sky, or how I call her Sky14kemea, but I know that's not how you pronounce it.
Do you want me to pronounce it for you?
Yeah, sure.
It's Sky14kemea.
God, that's too difficult.
It's not
I
difficult.
think we should just call her Dave. I think that's just easier.
Just say Sky then,
Yeah,
you lazy
no,
bum.
I think we're settled on Dave. Yeah, that's the one. So we got Dave.
I can live with it.
So
Hi
Dave,
everyone.
So Dave is actually a mod in the Escapist community, so anything we say here can be traced back to us, and she can ban us. So,
Oh, I wouldn't do that much.
Aww. But fear turns Daystar on, so now he's gonna be bored.
That's untrue. That's just everything does that.
He gets fear boners.
Oh god.
And our second guest today is... Shut up, Daystar. I need to introduce Flamezdudes.
Hello.
Which now I just realized has two plural words in it, so that's kind of hard to say.
And spelled with a Z as well. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, I apologise for my name. I made this when I was like 10, and I just stuck with it. I'm Flamezdudes.
So that was what, 10
It's so
that was
badass.
10 days ago then, right?
Lol, lead. Hey. I'm not taking abuse.
That's
Daystar is very abusive.
Is that why you broke up?
very passive aggressive.
Well, I mean, you see, not only does he show interest to minors such as yourself, but he also abuses them, and I just can't live with that. Weighs too heavily on my conscience.
It's true, I've got a problem. I need help. And by help, I mean more children. Oh god.
More children isn't
God.
Oh
enough.
god, I'm getting put in some register somewhere around.
Hide your kids.
I'm
hide
writing your name
wife.
down as we speak.
I don't think I'm
Hide
very
your
well known
kids.
outside of Revengers anyway.
You were known to me, but I guess I'm in the Brevengers,
Exactly.
so that kind of defeats the point.
You're in the super special secret club for super secret special people.
That's right.
Bros, in other words.
Except for Dave. I don't think
So-
Dave's in the Brevengers.
Oh, well,
No, I'm trying to stay neutral.
all of Dave's friends are in the Brevengers.
Yeah, all the other mods.
You don't know who my friends are.
We do now, sort of.
So the mods aren't just a hive mind of robot men.
They're that.
Oh, we are. We just have different friends.
You have to log into
I
the
think my cat's trying to get in my room.
Hive Mind mod server.
That's a little frightening, to be honest.
Kind of turns me on.
I just got like the picture of the Matrix, and it's just like all the robots and mods.
Oh god. This martyr has like a whole legion of Scorpion King robots.
And just Cross is he's just Agent Smith, just trying to fuck everything up.
Yeah, he's already done it to Sassafras.
Just imagine if Cross was like the architect of the Matrix. You'd want to use like an elevator, and as soon as you push the up button, your face would turn into Justin Bieber, and you'd just
Jesus,
go to hell.
that'd be just no.
You'd be like, God damn it, Cross!
Every button is Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it's just gonna.
You can never leave!
It's just the
Kinda
ball breaker
sucks
game.
Oh, God.
isn't it?
My
It's
hair
just
gets
all the
compared to him.
buttons. All the buttons are just Justin Bieber buttons. There's no right button. The only way to
What
win.
was that, Flames?
People compare my hair to him and it kind of pisses me off.
You're about the same age, aren't you? You're both 10-year-old girls, aren't you?
I swear to God.
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Threaten to ban in
I'm
Flames.
sorry.
Burn.
I'm just picking on you.
I'm supposed to be doing the
Downright
burning.
dirty in here.
I'm Flames. I'm gonna burn people.
He's Flamezdudes
Oh.
with 2 Z's. You don't mess with someone with 2 Z's in their name.
1 Z.
Well, there's 2 Z's.
Once-
Flamezdudes.
There's only one Z, you Philistine.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah,
There's
there's
too
an
many
S at the
Z's.
end.
One
Leap.
Z's too many.
So the only follow-up question I can think of for introducing people in a podcast about video game people, which I assume we all are. None of you guys are posers, right? Just
Lol,
pretending
what
you
are
know
video
video
games?
Oh,
games.
this is some
What are
epic
they?
Well, this is going to be awkward.
This is epic foreshadowing for the topic at hand, isn't it?
I know, I'm such a fucking poetic genius.
Never heard of video games.
I took notes from George Lucas's episode 1 script. It's like poetry. So it rhymes.
That's low, but true.
That's my one Plinkett reference for the day.
Good night, folks. That's it.
But yeah,
Yep,
the
time to leave.
only follow-up question I can think of is what has everybody been playing recently? We'll start with Daystar.
Me? Okay. Okay, what have I been playing today? Well, I just had an epic session of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Actually had a few games with Zed of the Navi, was, another escapist on the site. Let's just say...
Oh, I didn't know you played with him.
Well, I didn't. Before he sort of sent me a request just to sort of have a few rounds. It took 3 rounds for him to decide that well, no, I don't want to embarrass him. I do want to embarrass him.
Do
Yanked ya.
it. Do it.
You just want to increase your EP and look like a gentleman at the same time.
It's a
You're not Digimon enough for me,
it's a
Daystar.
legitimate strategy.
And the banter.
But yeah, it's sort of like he sent me a message afterwards. He just said, "Yeah, you're too good for this." He just decided to give up. But he did. He was good at it. But then to be fair to him, I have spent too much time playing that game. It's like one of those games that I just go back to every week. But yeah, other than
Well,
that,
yeah. See, that's kind of the problem with fighting games. Is I was playing BlazBlue with my buddy over Thanksgiving break, and like he's good, but I feel bad because I'm better and it's not fair.
yeah, I sort of like. Problem is, I'm not.
You know what I mean?
I'm not one of the people to sort of take it easy on people. I sort of just. I go all out every
I'm not
time,
either.
so I just completely demolish the guy.
Oh, that was happening with me last week.
Sorry, Flames, what was that?
So
Oh no, I was just because I was playing Halo 4 at my friend's house, and one of our mates who hasn't played like hardly any Halo games was playing with us.
poor
We kind of
guy.
trashed him.
Was he having a hard time like looking and walking at the same time?
He had to get used to them because he's just been playing like loads of Call of Duty really
Yeah.
recently.
Right, so it's
I
just,
still can't do that properly in Halo.
just trying to no-scope everything. But yeah, what else have I been playing?
You see, he kept trying to like scope people when he's just throwing like
Yeah.
grenades and crap.
Yeah.
What else? Well, you might have heard this game. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's about a Shinto goddess, I think.
What are you, a hipster now?
Yeah, it's a Shinto goddess, I think, and it's in the form of a wolf. I don't know. I can't remember what the name of the game is, but it's a HD version.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean.
Sounds pretty crap.
Sounds pretty
Yeah, it
lame.
sounds like a pile of shit.
I'll get you this. No, yeah, I've been playing some Okami HD. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it's pretty much everyone knows how I feel about that game. So, what else? We're playing a lot of
How do you feel about it?
Even
I have no idea.
He's married to
this
it.
Okami HDs. What is this? But yeah, I mean, if you like Legend of Zelda games or anything like that, you should totally pick up Okami HD. I mean, if you have a PS3 as well. If you don't, then what are you doing? You've got the wrong console. Console wars. But yeah,
Hooray!
Oh god, don't start this.
but yeah, I mean, I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls lately. I sort of didn't play it for quite a while, but then I got back into it, and it's just such a good game
I need to finish that game.
in terms
I
of just
rage quitted.
atmosphere and mechanics. Did you rage quit?
I haven't tried it
I
yet.
ru-
It's
Same.
worth playing.
There's actually
I
I
sucked at
rage
it, so
quitted.
could
I
be off.
died.
there's a thread going on right now that I noticed.
Yeah, someone was complaining about it. They're literally stuck in pretty much the. Well, I wouldn't say the first area. They're stuck in the area after the tutorial area, and they can't progress past that point, and they're sort of rage quitting about it and don't know what to do.
Oh,
It's,
see,
it's,
I
it's
rage
really one of those
quitted.
games where it's.
See, I rage quitted
Sorry,
right
go
after
on.
I rang the second bell, and I got my ass handed to me, and I just decided I
Ah.
have too many games I need to finish, so I'm gonna go do something else and not like be so angry
Then
all the
you're
time.
obviously not a real gamer because only
Obviously not.
only the hardcores gamers with Pro Elite MLG 360 no scope corn shots can
Not a real gamer.
call themselves
Pro
gamers.
snipers.
But yeah, I mean,
Not enough
the great thing about Dark
skills.
Souls is, it's like a double-edged blade. It's sort of its strongest point, but also its biggest weakness is that it's got a huge learning curve, and it's,
Oh, yeah,
it's
it
really
does.
rewarding to play. It's sort of really rewarding. It's really great to find a solution to something that's been killing you over and over again, and then finding the solution to it. There's no better feeling in the world. I mean, there's an infamous part in the game where you have to go up this narrow bridge, and there's these two knights sort of parallel to each other at the very top of this bridge, and just firing these. I mean, these guys are firing arrows at you, but they're not like arrows. They're literally just like firing lances at you with these huge arrows, and they just
Ugh.
even if you block them, you still get knocked back. And you have to get past a ledge to be able to get to them, to get by them. So even if you block it, there's still a chance you'll get knocked off the ledge if you don't sort of set yourself up to receive it right. But yeah, I mean, it's a really hard game, and there's a lot of, it's renowned for being difficult. Really, that's pretty much the thing that gets everyone to buy it. Really, but other than, I mean,
Well, that's what all the marketing was all about.
But I mean, other than the difficulty, it's just a really atmospheric game. I mean, the sense of.
Oh, I
mean,
love the game. I
it's
think
not
the
a huge
game is
by any
absolutely.
standards in terms of.
I mean, the game to me is absolutely
Yeah,
beautiful. I mean,
for me, I mean, yeah,
but like the only thing I don't like about Dark Souls is when you do like the leveling up and you got like a level, it's just it's like D&D, and you have to sit there and think about what the difference between strength and dexterity and intelligence is, and how it caters to your character, because
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, I
massive
mean-
pain in the ass.
I mean, it did. Yeah, it did the same thing with Demon Souls. The game. Again, this is sort of it ties into the weakness for the learning curve. Is just the game explains nothing to the player. Absolutely nothing is explained, and it's sort of. I mean, it's not as bad as Demon Souls. I mean, in Demon Souls, in terms of in regards to upgrading equipment, it just tells you nothing about it and how to upgrade equipment, that you need to collect the souls of bosses to be able to upgrade equipment. It just doesn't tell you anything about that at all.
Yeah, this is like one of the first games where I
That
had
sounds
to.
exactly like one of the games I'm playing right now.
I mean, it's like the I feel stupid because I have to sit with it when I'm playing the game, and I'm in the one of the very few places where I can pause the game, and I have the wiki on, and I'm reading, trying to figure out what exactly I'm doing, and I feel like such an idiot. And I kind of,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
and I really
yeah.
wish the game
I did
explained
the exact
everything.
same thing. Yeah, I mean, you know, props go out to, I mean, the people who make the wikis, because I mean, all the stuff they have to do just to test what does what, because nothing's explained. So I mean, there's some really good content on there. If you can find the right wiki, then it tells you exactly. I mean, and one of the biggest things with Dark Souls is the whole online component thing, and that it's sort of always on. If you're online, then you're potentially always playing multiplayer. You can sort of get invaded at, well, I won't say any time, but you can get invaded by other players, and there's quite a big PvP scene for it. And if you don't build your character right, you can. There's no respec function, so you can potentially cripple your character at an early stage if you don't know what to level up and how to build your character.
How many people are in multiplayer allowed? I never really tried multiplayer for it.
How it works is, what generally happens is, I mean, you can be invaded by, I mean, there's some areas where you can be invaded by multiple people, but as a general rule, you can be invaded anywhere, well, not anywhere in the world, but most places in the world by another player. There's some areas, like there's a forest that's there's like a covenant for this forest, where it's defended by other players. So you access this forest, and then you'll get invaded by the defenders of this forest. But yeah, I mean, there's a pretty big PvP scene at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I'll stop there. I don't want to go on all night about Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm actually just gonna go down the alphabetical order on Vent for this, and I'll be brief, because if I talk about Morrowind for too long, it will be the entire podcast.
Oh God.
Recently, recently I've been playing. I guess last night the most recent thing I played was League of Legends, but that's kind of like an on and off type of thing for me. That's one of those games you can go jump in, play a few games, and lose a couple, and then you're like, fuck these randoms, they suck ass, and you say you're never going to play ever again.
I think the weirdest thing with League of Legends is, I mean, I saw it in the Brave Avengers chat yesterday, you guys were talking about it, and it's just, I don't understand a single word anyone is saying about the game. There's so much...
As far as non-MMOs goes, the MOBA genre has, like, some of the most ridiculous...
jargon.
Yeah. Like, right off the bat. Like, there's just so much jargon that you learn so fast, or you have to learn so fast to know what the fuck anybody's talking about. Which, I mean, I've been playing the game since the beginning of Season 1, which I think was like 2 years ago, so I know exactly what everybody's talking about all the time, pretty much. But that's because I've been playing for 2 years. But,
the abbreviations can get really annoying.
There's not actually that many abbreviations. It's mostly just like shortened words, like shorthand and stuff like that. There are a couple abbreviations, but not too many, thankfully.
No, I just seen like my friends who played LoL and they talking to each other in like Skype and stuff. It's like, what are you on about?
Well, there's a lot of like MMO jargon that has kind of crossed over into other genres, obviously, and that's one of them, where you'll get a lot of, like, I don't know, what's a good one? Never mind. Anyway, so what else? I've also been playing Morrowind, for my 100th millionth playthrough, because I've been playing that game for a decade now, and I still like it somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing, I mean, there's some games which for like for you it's Morrowind. I mean, for me it's, well, I'd say, well, I wouldn't say Okami is too recent, but there's certain games where no matter how many years go by, you can still go back to it and nothing about it sort of bothers you, even though you can still criticize it and see where it's aged. It's just doesn't bother you in the slightest because of just how good you think the game is.
Yeah, I'm a big retro gamer, but I definitely can, I definitely realize when there are faults in an older game compared to a newer game. I mean, I have my Super Nintendo hooked up right now, so I've been playing some really old stuff recently, but I obviously know that fighting games today will blow most old fighting games out of the water, no question.
My old game is Diablo 2, and I think I've played that game like a million times, and I never get old of it. But still, it's just... I mean, there's some things about it that totally piss me off, but I don't know, it just doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I suppose I wouldn't say the game I have for that is particularly old. I think it was in 2004. It was actually released on the same day as Half-Life 2, which was probably the stupidest move ever done by anybody ever, to release the same game the same day as Half-Life 2. It was Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I mean, the game is just...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's... I mean...
I hear people talk about that game all the time.
Yeah, it's buggy as hell. I mean, there's a lot of fan patches for it. I mean, thank God for the fans, because without any of the fan patches, the game would just be unplayable. I mean, the company, Troika, the guys who were making it, they just ran out of money about 2/3 of the way through the game, and you can tell, it tells. The last third of the game is just, it feels so rushed.
Sounds like
pretty much we run out of money in the last 2 episodes, yeah.
We'll get to that, though.
But yeah, I mean...
but I...
Yeah, go on then, Karen.
What was that? Okay, yeah, I'll just continue. The last thing I can think of is I've been playing a secret game. I actually signed an NDA for a closed beta that's going to be ending pretty soon, so I can talk about it later, but I am not at liberty to... I'm being a tease. I'm going to be a tease.
Like always.
I'm sorry. I know, right? I never commit completely.
Oh, don't get... Oh, man.
Alright, Fizz, what have you been playing?
Most recently I've been playing Assassin's Creed 3, and I just, what was it, Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday night. I finally, I guess, beat the game, because I sat through and I counted it and it's like 10 minutes worth of credits, and I sat through the whole thing, and it's the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever sat through. But and there was still stuff going on, so I'm not really sure if I beat it yet, but I'm gonna be playing that later.
Yeah. Isn't there supposed to be some post-credits gameplay or something like that? I saw an achievement for it, and it said something like complete all the post-game missions or something like that.
Yeah, I saw.
If I remember correctly, Dragon Age Origins had like 25 minutes worth of credits. They played the same 2 songs twice.
Are you sure? I know they did This Is War.
They played that
30
twice, and
Seconds
then
to
they
Mars.
played a
I don't know
longer
if they played
song
2
that was
songs.
like actual, like one of the songs from the game.
Wasn't it Liliana's
twice.
song or something like that?
It wasn't the same song, but it sounds like it.
Oh.
But,
Alright.
but yeah,
I don't remember
so
being played
I
twice.
just remember sitting through the whole thing, and it took forever.
but yeah, so I'm gonna be starting that pretty soon, and then after that, I'm gonna be going back to Borderlands 2 because I really need to finish that game, and I feel so bad about this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I feel bad
Goddamn.
about.
Yeah, I want to play that again.
Yeah, same
Oh,
here.
God.
Well, I
need
just
to
feel
get
bad
that.
because the guy I've been playing co-op with, he saw me playing Assassin's Creed, and he goes, "Oh, what about Borderlands 2?" And I was just like, "I'm sorry, I need to finish this first, and then we can go back and playing things."
womp.
I know.
Wop, 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 wop.
I feel bad.
Boner killer.
I don't even know who this guy is, to be perfectly honest
I don't
with
know
you.
what it is about Stranger, Borderlands 2, Stranger Booty Call.
I don't.
He's like,
I don't know who he is.
I get to play Borderlands with a girl. Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
who he is. I don't know where he's from. I don't even think he. Honestly, I don't even know if he even knows I'm a girl. So it's really weird because we're not talking on a
This
mic.
is just
That makes it way better.
this is the wrong thing to hear out of context ever.
I know it totally is.
Oh, I know, right?
But
Oh
what else
no.
have I been playing?
So,
Oh, and I've been playing on and off. It's just one of these games I always play on and off. So I always play at least one. I've been playing Pokemon Emerald on my spare time when I'm like bullshitting around or something.
okay.
So
The last Pokemon I played was Silver.
I was gonna play Silver, but I
Yeah.
was gonna play Silver, but I can't
Ever,
find my
like,
copy, and I'm a
really?
little sad about that because I love that game.
The last Pokemon I ever played was Yellow.
Oh damn, that was a while ago.
Yellow was probably my favorite, honestly. Like, I like Red and Blue a lot, but I like how you can get all the starters
Ugh,
in
that's
Yellow.
just cheating. You're not supposed to have all the starters.
Shut up, Daystar.
But it's better that way.
It's not. It's wrong.
I like
I didn't
I
even
like
play
having
the
my
ori- the
Bob Miss
original
Squirtle hanging out
originals.
with Charizard.
He's not the Bob Squirtle. He doesn't have any sunglasses. He's not nearly cool enough to be Bob Squirtle.
Yeah.
What
What if I name my Squirtle Bob Miss?
I got some epic suck-up points for that one.
I only started playing from the Johto
Was that Flames?
generation. I started playing
wow.
from the like Crystal. That
I
was like
remember-
my first one, and then I found like.
I remember when the
Fire Red
first
and that.
games came out. I remember
I've never actually played the
this was
original
actually
originals.
months before the actual games came out in the UK. I bought a there was like a strategy guide for it that had all the Pokemons, and I'd take it to school every day, and I just during like the pre-day sort of registration, I just read through this Pokemon magazine, just choosing all my Pokemons, going, yeah, I'm gonna have that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have that one.
I had a subscription to Nintendo Power for a long ass time when I was a kid, and they actually covered a lot of Pokemon stuff before the games came out in the US.
Oh, I remember
so
that.
I was the kid at school who was like, check this shit out, fucking Pokemon. You know what this is? And they're like, what the fuck is this shit? And like mispronouncing all the Pokemon's
Yeah.
Pokemon's names,
I was so
calling them Pokemon and
Pokemon.
Bulbasaur.
Ah, look at all the
Squirtle.
Bulbasaur would be a good name.
Charizard.
I remember that. I remember that article actually
Bulbasaur.
in Nintendo
Bulbasaur.
Power.
Bulbasaur.
I remember reading that shit.
I think they also had a comic in there too.
Yes, they did. They
Sour
did, and I was
bulbs.
really sad they had to stop doing it because I loved that thing.
I think we should move on to Flames now. What have you been playing?
Well, like I said, I was playing last week Halo 3 with my friends, just sort of split screen stuff.
Halo
But
3
that
or
was
Halo
3 or
4?
4?
Yeah.
Oh no, Halo 4, yeah.
Yeah, I
Halo
was just
4.
thinking, I was like, whoa.
Whoa, go back a bit. But apart from that, on my own, I was just playing Final Fantasy 9, trying to get through that, but
Woo!
It's
I
kind
never
of
played
difficult.
9 actually.
Sorry, I had to give it a shout out.
I've never played 9
Oh
either,
yeah, I
which
love
is
Final
weird.
Fantasy.
I've never played 9.
I fucking love
problem
Final
is-
Fantasy 9.
Never.
The problem is I have with it is just the art style and stuff that. Because I was playing.
You
7
play.
and 8
You're
recently.
playing like a little kid Goku kind of character. That's what he looks like to me anyway.
Sort of, but he never goes Super Saiyan, which is kind of disappointing.
Aw.
Trance is kind of like Super Saiyan.
Yeah, but then everyone gets it and it's not as special.
Oh, here we are
Yeah.
talking about
I mean,
Dragon
I was
Ball Z
playing, like-
and Hazy's not here.
Which bit of the game are you stuck on?
No, I mean, I was playing through 7 and 8 recently. I was going through all the old ones. Like, because I never played 7 and 8 before. And now I was going through them all, and that was completely fine. But then I got to 9, it's like, this is so different. Like, whoa, it's all kind of cheesy.
It's
hard
better.
to get used to.
It's
I'm
because
still on
you
this
miss
one.
materia. Final Fantasy VIII's like stat
Fuck
system was
materia.
goddamn. Dude, Final Fantasy VIII's was the worst
Oh,
by
God,
far.
it was
Oh my god.
fucking-
Oh yeah,
Terrible, Jesus
the junction
Christ.
system was confusing.
Draw is so
Draw,
drawing is
draw.
the most fun I've ever had in a Final Fantasy
The
game.
limit break system
How
was
do you,
ridiculous
like,
in that as
draw
well.
it? And it's like,
One shot a
I admit,
boss.
I was confused by that at first, but then when you get it, it's like I can beat everything.
Oh yeah.
Well, what was it? It's like with,
I never beat 8 because I didn't care about the
I
story.
mean, what was it? Was with the limit break? It was like you could only use it when you had low HP, or if you used a spell to sort of induce it.
You were like
But-
dying.
Or-
What you had
Wasn't
to
it
do
like
is
a bar you had to fill up, or was that only Final Fantasy 9?
No, it was only. Oh, it's 7 in
In,
No,
one.
you-
in 7 you filled up a bar.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
8,
If you're on low
in 8 it
health,
wouldn't
or
always
you use
trigger.
aura.
So when you had low HP in 8, you had to switch between your characters really fast. You had to push the button that sort of switched to another teammate and just sort of do that until it triggered. Because for some reason it never automatically initiated when you were on low
Oh
HP.
yeah,
Oh, that's dumb. I don't remember that.
yeah, that's kind of annoying.
So I was sitting there just hammering
still like
circle,
A,
going,
though.
please don't attack, please don't attack, please don't attack. Just hoping I can get this limit break in before I get TPK'd.
Oh yeah.
I was also replaying 10, which is my favorite, which never
Oh
gets
god,
old.
not 10.
Titus.
Oh no!
Titus.
I
Don't
always love
even.
the description.
Oh.
Titus. That's all I need
Why
to
does everyone
say.
hate
I always
it
love
so
the
much?
description of 10.
I
Well,
love
10 is
10.
something like
That
it's
whiny
a
fucking pubescent blonde-haired twat.
it's a fo-
He is
it's
not
a football
whiny.
player from the
Does
past
He's the most
anybody
whiny
have-
prick I've ever seen.
who's a ghost.
Does anybody have a soundbite of him laughing on him?
No!
I do not.
What was it? It's like
That scene has context, alright. I
was-
swear to God.
What was it? It was like it's like he's a dead football player from the past who goes to the future to stop his dad, who's a whale, who's it's fucking fucking
And it's
He doesn't actually time travel. I have to explain this to everyone. He
well,
doesn't
that makes
time
it better.
travel.
No, that makes it. That's okay
Spoilers.
then. As long as there's no time travel.
just like Squall died at the end of disc 1.
Yeah, I never got how he survived. They never healed
Well, there's
him.
all these the
Well,
conspiracy
there's that crazy
theories, isn't
fan
there?
theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you something. Zidane's quote that you don't need a reason to help people really annoys me as a philosophy. It's like,
Why?
you do need a reason to help people.
No, you don't.
It's called ethics.
Well, as I learned in the first novelization of Mass Effect, because I read that and I'm a nerd, Saren had 2 rules. His first rule was never kill somebody without a reason, and his second rule was you can always find a reason to kill somebody. I live by those rules.
That's circular logic.
Well, I mean, the circular logic continues on to Mass Effect
Yeah,
3's finale,
Saren,
so...
I know for a fact Saren would get ripped to parts in religion and politics. with logic like that.
Oh God.
I don't feel sorry for people who have to moderate that forum.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's gotta be the most pleasant job.
Oh.
That's a good transition to ask Sky what she's been playing.
Yay! Okay, I've been playing Lord of the Rings Online a lot.
That's still going.
Oh, really?
Oh, people still play that. I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything about it for a while.
I've never
so
even tried
Yeah,
it.
lots of
I
people
didn't
still
know
play
it was
that.
Still going.
I still haven't tried it.
Have you pumped
Well,
any
since it's
money
free
into
to
it?
play. No, not yet.
They haven't caught you yet? You
Nope.
see, League of Legends is a free-to-play game, but I think I've probably spent $50 on it already.
Yeah. Team Fortress 2 got me the same way. It's sort of like you don't have to spend any money, but I'm like, but hats.
So many hats.
It's got to be.
I've also been playing the Walking Dead game.
I've heard nothing but good things about that.
I've heard lots about those.
And I really should get around to
It's
playing
amazing.
That's Telltale, right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Isn't
think
it
so. I wouldn't really call it a game. It's more of an interactive story.
It's episodic, isn't it? So I mean, I think soon there's going to be
Yeah, but it's
there's
finished
going to
now.
be a release, and they're going to release the whole lot as a set. I might pick that up. Do you have to have seen the TV
Yeah, I might pick it up when it's a whole
series
set.
to play the game? Because I've never actually watched anything to do with the
No,
TV
it's got
series.
almost nothing to do with the TV series. There's like one cameo from
Or
one
the
of the
comic.
characters. No, not you don't have to read the comics either. I've
I was
never
told
read
it
the
follows
comics.
the comics.
Oh, jolly good. I might
Okay,
pick that
cool.
up. I mean, it's supposed to be pretty cheap as well. It's like £20 or something like that. It's not that bad.
For the whole thing.
What's that in real money?
In real money,
In
that's
real
about 11
Oh,
Billion.
wait.
trillion, 11 trillion
Pounds
US.
It's like
real.
$50
dues.
maybe.
No, it's
We're really good at
wait,
foreign
it's super
exchange.
cheap. I think it's like $25. I think it's
What's it in
25.
rupees?
12,000 rupees.
Rupees. It's 700
Ah, that's
bajillion rupees.
That's a lot of rupees. I don't think I have a wallet big enough for those rupees. Where do you get a
I always
wallet
love that
big?
game where it's like you can only
Change it
carry
to
as
Jill
much
then,
as your
or
wallet
Gil,
allows
whatever.
you. So it's like, oh, I found all this money. Oh, too bad my wallet can't hold anymore. Just walk away from the money.
I can't stick it in.
Oh, they should really implement that.
It's like I can carry 18.
Fallout.
I can carry
can't
20
hold any more
bombs in
bottle
my
caps.
back pocket,
Wait, you
but I
can?
can't carry
Yeah,
any more
you ever do
cash.
that?
No, I love the Bombachus because they looked like Pikachu.
Yeah, I always thought that too.
Oh, so what else have you been playing, Sky?
I play Left 4 Dead 2 a lot with, Deadpan Lunatic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do like a versus thing with his magazine crew and my Skype crew, but we always lose.
Aw. See, when I played a little bit of the verses, and the only thing I ever really did was, if I was a choker, I'd just stand on the edge of a building somewhere that, like, they just couldn't get to me, and I'd just hopefully get somebody. And then if you're a boomer, I just suicide bomb them all the time.
I always suicide bomb with a boomer.
I don't think there's really any other strategy with that character.
Well, there's two strategies to play.
There's
the
hiding
boomer.
in doorways.
One is killing stuff, well, suicide bombing. The other is not doing that and getting shot. It's probably the worst.
This is true.
It's like the worst one to play as, just ever.
I'd say a jockey is the worst one to play as.
Yeah, I suppose. It's like, I get to mildly influence the direction of somebody's walking patterns.
I get to jump around
Well, you have
sounding
to
like a lunatic and get shot.
You get to put your, like, zombie balls in their mouth, so that's fun.
It's just like
Yeah, that
face.
is true. You get to teabag them while they're moving.
Oh, joy.
And then get rapidly dispatched
I'm
by a
interested in
teammate
this now.
because you're not really doing anything.
Oh god.
I've got balls in my mouth.
Zombie
Help me.
ball.
That you'd be going, oh god, no, bother about.
Actually, come to think of it, I have somebody on my XBL friends list named Zombie. No, it's Zombie Nuts. That's right. I always thought it was a pretty fun name.
Zombie nuts. Zombie nuts.
Well, we all have those people.
Domination.
We all have those people that have like totally nuts,
Get
and
nuts.
crazy like
Rawr.
gamer tags. Like one of my favorites was Poopy Salsa.
It's not nearly as witty and as original as Fappy, is it? That's probably the best username ever.
Oh no way.
It's
Fappy's
just
the
like,
best.
it's not the best. It's the best username. And how many people
Fappy
have
has no
thought what
undertones or
most people
innuendo.
think that name is, but it's actually got nothing to do with that.
A lot of people.
There's some people just sitting there going,
I would have thought almost everyone.
yeah. There's
Wait,
just some people.
it doesn't mean
what does
it
mean?
doesn't mean what I think it means.
Yeah, the explanation is too long-winded, honestly.
What are they talking about? I don't. What do the people think his name means?
It's too long.
Special sheltered people.
I'll tell you when you're older, son.
Exactly.
Is that another age joke on me?
No.
Might as well be.
I'll tell you when you leave the mother. I'll tell
Maybe.
you when you leave your mother's womb, Flames.
Oh, that
that's
was. Oh.
Oh,
It's like just
Burn.
live from
Ouch.
Flames' mother's womb. Flames.
I'm burning up in here.
can you burn somebody who is flames? What?
No, you
Oh,
can't.
Yeah, I know I'm
What,
clever.
is that
right?
like the whole
Too-
fight fire with
too
fire?
hot.
That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. It's like, oh, that's actually in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. There's a fire axe as a weapon, and it's just
Oh,
got
God.
as a description for the weapon. It just says because only an idiot would attack a fire with a fire axe.
That's
Is that like the
pretty
phrase "magic must defeat
Yeah,
magic"?
something like it's like a fire axe because only a crazy person would attack fire with an axe.
Seems pretty
good. You need
cool.
a fire axe.
It'd be a good way to go out.
Just like chopping at the fire. Why won't you die?
The fire is immune to slashing damage. There you go, D&D joke.
Just got his character sheet going. Guy, what are you trying to do? You can't hit me with that.
So I think that it's time to put Sky on the hot seat. What do you guys think?
Yay!
Better be careful. It's a hot seat.
Daystar, ask her a really difficult question.
A difficult
I can warm it
question.
up
Oh,
since I'm
shit.
flames.
Oh,
Ask her a very challenging question.
see, this is where my mind goes blank, and it's just like,
Just give him 20 minutes.
just give me, let me prepare a response. It'll be, no. Okay. As a mod, what would you say is the single most annoying thing you have to deal with while being a mod? Don't worry. I mean, if it's self-incriminating, don't say anything if it's too self-incriminating.
Do say it. It'll make for good radio.
Without giving too much away, I'd say people who like spam report everything in a thread.
Oh yeah.
Is that it? Oh.
It's just really annoying because you have to sift through it all and just clear it because it's obviously not like ban worthy.
Oh, isn't it? Because everything that gets reported, even one report gets put at the bottom of a list, don't they?
Yeah. The more reports it gets, the higher up it goes.
Yeah. So you've got all the people who have just said, this guy has mildly questioned my opinion. Better report him.
This guy disagrees with me. Report.
Yeah, I've always felt like people just abuse the report system and use it as a kind of like revenge mechanic, almost.
I always get paranoid, like when I accidentally report someone, like when I'm
You
scrolling.
accidentally report
It's like,
somebody.
no!
Oh my god, you can get banned for that for just admitting it. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Flames, run.
No, I never did that. No.
I've actually done that once before I became a mod. I panicked as well.
He was. Oh shit.
Oh shit! What have I done? He's gonna get
I'm a
banned.
monster.
Oh no.
Poor guy.
No, it's fine. We can usually tell.
I retract my statement.
I think I've done that
It's too
once
late
where I
now.
accidentally recorded
It's
someone
been
and I
recorded.
felt
It's been
horrible.
struck from the record.
Yeah, I mean, with the older system, it didn't give you a heads up or give you any kind of sort of confirmation, sort of confirm button thing to do it. With the new system, you have to actually click. Are you sure you want to report this person for mildly disagreeing with your opinion? And then you click yes.
Just show a picture of like a sad cat face.
So you're going to ruin.
Yeah, I'll get on to cross
You're
about
going to
that.
mildly disconvenience
You use
somebody's
Fappy's
day
avatar.
today. Do you sure you want to press this button? And it should just be one of the buttons. Yes, I've got nothing else better to do.
Alright, I got a question, Sky. Is being a mod fun?
It's the most fun I've ever had.
Wow, it's pretty fun.
All the control, all the powers.
You're
Well,
going
it's
to have
like
to
I'm a really
elaborate.
curious person. Yeah, I'm a really curious person, so getting to see behind the scenes on everything is like just wonderland for me.
I probably love it as well, although I won't be very good with the responsibility.
just go mad with
I'm okay with it.
power. It just reminds. It's like every time I think of it, I just think.
I've been tempted.
I think
Ban,
of the whole,
ban,
I think of
ban,
like
ban.
Virgil from Devil May Cry, who just goes, "I need more power." It's just I can imagine that happening. It's not enough.
More power!
Yes, users. Feed me your rage.
Yeah, that's why I said I always have this thing in my head. It's like if it ever happened to me, if I ever became a mod, I just post that the Darth Sidious video from Star Wars where he goes, "I unlimited power." Just like epic fun.
I just post Spider-Man memes.
Oh yeah, you're that. Well, you got that picture on
Yeah,
your
those are the
profile that
best.
says everyone else is having fun while I'm here moderating.
That's actually the Spider mod. That's actually me in a Spider-Man outfit.
Spider mod.
Spider mod.
This
'Cause
is
of the
now a
suit and
Spider
tie.
mod thread.
This is not a Spider
Yes,
mod.
I don't know.
cast.
Yeah, I've tried to do it.
I'm sure it's
That's
on
actually
like
you.
a website somewhere that explains it, one of the meme explanation websites, but whoever came up with the Spider-Man meme, I don't know why it's so fucking funny, but I find it hilarious. Like,
Yeah, I read.
every time I see a new one, it's always funny.
I read up on it. I think it's basically something. It's basically down to just how poor the animation is for the. Because it's like it was in the 60s or 70s, wasn't it? The animated show, and just because the animation is
Yeah.
so poor and there's so many pictures
Yeah.
that can be taken out of context and titled to mean something else. It's just there's so much of it. It's like the one where he's like lying down in a giant mushroom and he just says, "Oh my god, I'm so high right now."
Yeah.
Or the one where it's like a barrel rolling by him and goes, "No, please barrel after you."
Oh, that one.
That's my favorite one.
I like all the there's so many fucks given, like different fuck giving stuff
Oh, right.
going on with Spider-Man.
Look at all these fucks. They're raining from the
Oh,
sky.
yeah, those are the best ones.
Empty boxes as well. It's just like someone. It's like someone went to the past to make that because it fits it so well.
I've seen ones where he's climbing up a tower and he just starts commenting on Game of Thrones like, Jamie and Cersei are doing what?
Oh god.
I like the one
Only
where
Game
he's
of
like
Thrones
gripping
fans
his
get
face
that.
and he goes, "I forgot to get down on Friday."
Oh god.
It's just like the one where he's wearing his Spider-Man mask, but he's wearing a shirt. He's just, maybe if I wear the shirt, nobody will know I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. So besides being a mod, Sky, what do you think your reputation is on the website?
I don't actually know. I know some people think like I hate bronies because I used to keep locking their threads all the time, but I only locked them because there was always a flame war.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a lot of those.
The worst. I think the thing that happened to me recently is like.
So I'm Sky14kemea, pony hater.
Yeah, as I keep pointing that out. It's like I think one of the
Glory days
of
of the pony hate.
I was just like, mark my words, there's going to be a flame war in here, and it never happened. And I was like that crazy guy who was shouting out prophecies on the street, like the world's going to
tinfoil
end,
hat.
and it didn't.
Forever
happen.
alone.
There was no flame war.
Just with the cardboard signs.
the
I was
pony
like,
pop.
the pony
pony
podcast.
pop-
Flame war is nigh! Repent! Repent!
Yeah, I was just basically that, and then it never happened, and I had like several people quoting me going, nothing's gone down yet, and I'm like, I know, just wait a minute, it's gonna happen. And it never did.
You're just
Speaking
underneath everyone with matches.
Wait for it.
Speaking of Pony Apocalypse, I don't know what they were expecting us to talk about in regards to repopulating the planet once there was a Pony Apocalypse Daystar.
It's going to be an intricate series of
Oh,
pulleys
yeah.
and levers. Oh, that's about as far into it as we can go.
What?
To repopulate the planet. Basically, what's going to happen?
Wait, that's how you repopulate pulleys and levers.
And for some unknown reason, it's going to end the world, and only me and Fappy will be left, and so we need to repopulate the world.
That is fucking retarded.
My solution included a power drill.
Yeah, you don't use power drills. Jesus Christ, you use this intricate series of levers and pulleys, like I said.
Obviously,
Yeah,
I
man,
never
you could lose
learned
an eye
how.
with a power drill.
Well, I learned sex ed in Georgia, so obviously I don't know how it
I
works.
don't know. When a woman and when a daddy and a daddy love each other very much, they go to hell.
That's what I learned. Actually, this is a direct quote. In 5th grade, we had like, for some reason we had sex ed in 5th grade, and it was all like, we couldn't even talk about what sex was, so I don't know what the point of having sex ed was at that point, but we had I remember the specific part of this textbook we used, and a direct quote from it was a student, like a theoretical student, asking a teacher, "Can you only get AIDS from a gay man?"
Love it.
It's like, that was
my
I
verbatim.
love how you just said there's like no one talks about it. It's like the first rule of sex ed. You don't talk about sex ed.
Exactly.
Something like, I think when I had Cubs and Scouts when I was younger, me and my friend found out a slang term for the female area, and we didn't even hardly even knew what it meant, and so we just kept
Oh,
using
yeah.
it.
Which slang term? There's
around
tons.
everywhere. Am I allowed to say it on this?
Oh yeah.
Go for
Well,
it.
I mean, you're not allowed to because you're underage, but you can like give
Oh
us a hint. We'll say it.
Well, it was primarily for the. I feel so awkward saying the. I'm just not gonna say. I can't be. No.
Oh, go on. Do you want me to start you off?
Does it start with a P?
Okay.
Is it planned?
Okay. I'll just say it. Like it's primarily the hair abbreviation. Muff.
Is it beaver? Oh, muff. That's a fun one.
That one.
Muff.
Yeah.
I don't
We
think
didn't
I've
know what
ever
it meant.
heard that
Barely
one before.
offensive. Really
It's
that
a
haven't?
like
British
a-
thing.
Is that like an English one or something?
It might be.
It sort of is, but
think
I'm
it is.
pretty sure in some parts of America it is as well. I remember watching an episode of That 70s Show, and a muffler on a car sort of abbreviates to muffs, and so they were just like this whole sequence of. I think a muff is like a sort of like a pillow thing as well, or something like a hand thing, and they were just all this innuendo with muffs.
Well, it would make sense because from a U.S. perspective, we always see the U.K. in like kind of Austin Power glasses, like you guys are still trapped in the 60s and 70s.
What do you mean? We are.
So it makes sense.
What?
I don't even know what I'm using right now to talk to you. Is it like the internets? The fuck is this wizardry?
Daystar's is boogieing like in the back.
I'm boogieing so hard.
Oh god.
Every day.
It's groovy, baby.
With the tea.
So groovy.
All the tea.
All the tea in the world.
What else do we want to ask Sky?
Are we still asking me stuff?
We'll do one more. But somebody else should ask a question because I already asked too many.
I'm not good at asking questions.
You're
so,
a guest, you don't get to ask a
Fizz can do
question.
it.
You could use genie rules
Sorry.
and just use your question to ask her what question you should ask her.
That's confusing.
Indeed. Then you've used your question up, but you also get the answer.
I don't see the point then.
Mind fuck.
Too much mindfuck.
Evangelion.
Fizz, you don't want to ask a
I
question?
have no fucking idea what to ask, honestly. I don't know.
Now we're putting you on
I
the hot
know,
seat.
and I can't think of anything. This is fucking ridiculous. Jesus.
What'd we name Sky?
Dave.
Dave?
Yeah,
Was
Dave.
it Dave?
Dave.
Dave, have you
Dave.
seen shit, what the hell's that movie called? You know, the main character's name is Dave.
Scorpion
Okay.
King.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Space Odyssey.
All the movies ever.
No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
2001.
If you were to watch it, do you think you would like it?
I'm not really a space
kind of
sci-fi
mind-fucking.
kind of person.
I've never actually seen it either, and it's like the only reference I get to it is just Hal going, "I can't let you do that, Dave." That's about
Yeah.
it.
Same here.
Wait, so am I the only one here who's seen it? Has Fizz seen? Have you seen it, Fizz?
Yeah, I've seen
2001.
it. I've seen it,
Space
and it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of.
I think it's one of those movies that's it's always widely
like it,
regarded,
so.
but then it never sort of lives up to the hype, I suppose. I mean, I only ever, well, I won't say recently, but sometime last year I caught Blade Runner for the first time.
I was about to say Blade
Yeah,
Runner.
and it's, I mean,
I was
Oh,
gonna
I
say
love-
that has the same
yeah,
problem.
I mean, it's,
I love
I
Blade
like
Runner.
it.
it's a
but
good film. I mean, but it just, I don't know. I was just expecting so much more. I mean,
Yeah.
every time anyone ever brought up Ghost in the Shell, they sort
What
of
were you expecting
they
out
always
of it?
referenced Blade Runner, sort of the cyberpunk thing, and it just
Well,
He was probably thinking Ghost
Well,
in the
I-
Shell or something.
yeah, I was expecting.
I read the
Yeah,
books.
well, was it
first. The books
electronic?
first.
Do robots
It's way
dream of
better than
electronic
Blade Runner.
sheep or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do androids dream of electric sheep? That's it. I read that first and then watched the film, and the book is way much better. Most of the time.
Yeah, I mean,
they usually are.
I don't know what I was expecting. I was just sort of, I was maybe less philosophical, sort of, well, less philosophy and maybe more shooting stuff. I don't know. That makes me sound like a philistine.
Yeah.
Bang bang pow.
I don't know, but
Well, I think I actually saw one of the crappier versions that had the Harrison Ford narration, which was really bad. Like, Harrison Ford is a fucking awesome actor, but he can't narrate shit, apparently.
yeah, I mean, it's still a,
He's not
it's
Morgan
still a
Freeman.
good film. I mean, the last bit
My version
where
is
the
not
I can never remember his name, but where he's sort of sitting in the rain talking about all the things he's
blonde
seen.
guy?
Yeah, I love that. It's probably that's probably my favorite
Yeah.
scene in any movie ever. Really, it's just so good.
He's a really good actor. I can't remember his name, though. Didn't he die recently?
I'm not sure.
I
It was
think-
the guy he was in a hobo with a shotgun, wasn't he? I can't remember his name. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure-
okay, he's still alive.
I'm sure. I'm sure someone in the audience
was the same actor.
will tell us. They'll go, "Hey,
He wasn't the guy playing the hobo though, was he?
I think so."
No, he was the hobo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the
Really?
hobo, I think. Yeah.
I just
Oh.
realized, I think Space Odyssey was made by Stanley Kubrick, right? Yeah, I
Yep,
think
Stanley
what
Kubrick.
Space
Yeah, Stanley
Odyssey
Kubrick.
But
problem
it's based on a book.
I
I
don't-
think
Was
what his problem is that everyone just kind of holds his like movies up way too high. Like, I had someone watch A Clockwork Orange, and I said, "Oh, it's a really good film. You really need to see it." And then she saw it,
Yeah.
and she was like, "It's okay." And it, I mean,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna find those people that
Oh,
I mean,
I think it's overrated.
I think it is
honestly.
overrated too, and I think his just his
I
movies
was-
are
I was
completely
kinda hyped, yeah.
overhyped. I mean, Full Metal Jacket is another one. Is another that's just stupidly hyped, and then everyone has to say, the second half of the movie
I
is
still haven't
terrible.
seen that.
I mean, you have to say that after you tell someone to go watch it.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Wait,
With Full Metal Jacket, I'd say the first half of the film is really good when they're in boot camp. I mean it's a really good movie then, but I mean the second half just sort of fell flat on its face. I was sort of like, well, what the fuck's going on?
I
What's
know,
happened
it was
to
just
all
so
the,
weird.
all the commentary, it's just sort of, it just went arse.
Where'd all the cool stuff go?
Yeah.
wait, that reminds me. Sky, have you ever seen the anime Full Metal Panic?
No, but I've read the
I love
manga.
that show.
Okay, the best part of Full Metal Jacket is how it's referenced in that anime. I never read the manga, but like there are like times in the anime where they quoted it and it was fucking hilarious. I don't know.
Why is there so much
Full
Full Metal stuff?
Japanese.
Like,
People love
I don't
metal.
really
Everywhere.
understand Japanese naming conventions when it comes to TV shows.
Wait, I think I know the answer to this. You mean Full Metal Jacket? Like
Yeah,
the name
Full
Full
Metal.
Metal Jacket?
like Alchemist, Panic.
Well, it's a bullet. It's a
Jacket,
bullet
Alchemist.
casing, isn't
Yeah,
it? But
Full
I mean,
Metal
I
Jacket
wonder
was
why
a
it's
casing.
called that when it's got nothing to do with bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand it for the film, but I
Yeah.
don't know why the anime is called the same sort of thing. I guess it's because it's just.
Well, Full Metal Panic doesn't make any sense anyway because I mean each season was like a completely different focus.
Yeah, it was like the.
Like it was almost a different
Yeah,
show,
I mean,
just the same
it was like
characters.
the first 25 episodes or so. It was pretty serious, and the second series just went complete sort of. It just decided to drop any pretense of actually being serious, and it just became one of
It
those.
was so fucking funny
Yeah,
though.
it was funny, but it just had nothing to do with the first series whatsoever. Really, it could have
Anything.
it was just those guys from the first series. They decided not to use giant robots to fight awesome things anymore. They're just going to dick around in school all day.
They're gonna dress as fucking teddy bears and shoot up like mobsters or whatever.
Yeah. The pony episode.
Dude,
That's just fucked up, man.
I certainly want to see
God.
this.
All right, so I actually don't complete. Can anybody explain to me like how the whole pony phenomenon started? Because I know that it originated from that episode of the show, but I don't think hardly anybody who has like participated in the whole pony thing even realizes that's where it comes from. I mean, I've seen people in. All right, it's this whole thing where like you
What do you
will
mean?
be dressed in normal clothes. Except you have a big pony mask on, and you just run around screaming pony
Yeah.
like a Pokemon would scream its own
it's
name.
like a proper realistic.
"Pony!"
It's like a realistic horse head as well. It's not a cartoon horse head. It's like it's like a realistic looking horse
It's
head.
horrifying.
It's just like it's weird.
I
You-
love that singing.
You remember
I
how
wanna buy one.
rapey? You remember how rapey that episode
what
was?
He was like he was just after girls to tie their hairs up into ponytails. It was just freaking.
He was a
weird.
ponytail file.
Yeah. And he's just going pony.
Ooh.
And then he has the sequence where he's talking to the main character in the teddy bear outfit, and
it's
he
like-
can only say his own name also.
And so he's going Famofu, and he's like pony, Famofu,
Pony, pony, pony.
It's just like yeah.
Oh.
Nobody.
That's the name, the
awesome.
sound a
I'm so
sheep makes.
confused.
Famofu.
I don't know. What is it?
That's the name of a Pokemon, isn't it? Famaffle, or what the fuck his name is? I don't know.
Actually, I just remembered
Probably is by now.
one last. It's not as much a question as it is a request. But Sky, we need you to do your anime voice.
Oni-chan!
Oh god.
Oh, yeah. this.
Monster.
That's harsh, man.
Oh, wow.
We just got so many permanent listeners from that.
Yeah,
all
we're
I
just
gotta
like
say.
it's just like we've
That
just
was
got,
just-
got the weeaboo crowd now.
That's brilliant.
They're gonna be like, hey, when are you
reminds
gonna
me
have
of that-
Sky again?
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, when you
It
gonna
reminds
have
me of that
her
video on
again?
YouTube where that guy's like dressing up.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Hey, that was
Kawaii
pretty good.
desu
Oh
Oh
god.
god.
Kawaii day.
Hello desu.
Baka.
Baka.
My sister imitates
Oh god.
my sister imitates Al from Full Metal Alchemist and says
Bakashinki.
Oni-chan to me. and it's awful.
There's a special kind of, I don't know. There's a special place reserved in my brain for really really white people who think they're Japanese. It's just.
Is it right?
I
is
used to
it
be a
right next
weirdo.
to?
I've got a friend.
Oh, did you go through like reform program or something?
I've got a friend who's. I mean, he's
Sort of.
he's really into Japanese culture. I wouldn't say he's a weeaboo because I mean, he actually knows what he's talking about. So he's not just saying random ass phrases. So he knows the language.
I still say the random ass phrases.
He knows quite a bit of
It's
the
one of my
language,
sixth
so, and,
forms
and
kinda
the,
like
the
that.
kanji and how to write it and stuff like that. So he's not that bad, but
Yeah.
I suppose he's. Yeah, I mean that's the thing that always gets me is when
I tried to
it
learn
always
it.
ends up
If
being
you know that,
used
if
out
you
of
actually know the
context. So I
language,
mean,
yeah.
if you're gonna throw around random words from a language, you should at least know how to use them.
Is there an AA for weeaboos?
It's got a wah.
No, but I could set
It's
one
got
up.
wah. Wah desu.
What?
It's like
Jesus Christ!
because it's like my friend.
What have
Wow.
I done?
Because my friend
What?
sort of knows the language. It's like the biggest
Oh.
thing I do to piss him off is I speak with a Japanese accent and just pretend to make up words. So I go, "Kuregaru, you listen to Japanese, this is how you speak the language, And he's just like sitting there
Oh my God.
raging so hard, and he's like, what are you doing?" And oh, this is how you talk Japanese.
We just hit our racist Asian quota for the day.
We just lost our entire
Sure,
Asian
I wouldn't
audience.
say that's racist. Is it racist? We can always cut that out. I don't.
We're not cutting that
In
out.
this
It's
epi-
too
in this,
perfect.
In this episode, Daystar
For
panders to
racist.
stereotypes.
We gained them all and then we lost them again.
So, what can we possibly ask Flames? How does it feel to be a minor? Let's ask that. It's been a
Oh
while for me.
no!
It's been.
I've got-
I haven't
Okay.
been a minor in 5 years or
I
so.
actually have a really good question for him, and
Let's
it's
get
it's
this
mostly to
straight.
do with his age. It's sort of like, I mean, for me, Fappy and Toasty, because we're at the age where we're almost half dead. There was a point in our lives
Oh,
where
God.
there was no internet, but for you, because of how young you are, I imagine you pretty much grew up with it. So I don't know, what was it like actually growing up with the internet rather than having to discover it and be without? I mean, I can't imagine a time
Yeah.
before the internet. I must have been so bored.
Well,
I mean, like, let me just explain to you, Flames, how it was like really quick for us. I was playing Donkey
I'm
Kong
not that
Country
young.
at my friend's house, and his dad said something about the computer, and then my friend turns to me and he goes, "We can see Donkey Kong on the computer," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And that was the internet.
Yeah, this was like a day where I used to read comics and they go, dude, that comic has a website on the internet. And it's just as like, just
What? This is
It was
madness.
just like
I mean-
dial up, and if you wanted to look at a picture, it would just take 10 minutes to download, but it
Oh,
like, do it,
Jesus,
like,
yes, it
slide by
did.
slide. So it always goes back.
The boobs finally loaded.
So it'd be like,
The boobs are loading. Wait, those aren't boobs, those are
so it's like where the
knees.
kids wanted to look
Damn
at
it.
naked pictures
I'm not-
on the internet, they'd be like, oh my god, the naked pictures are it's getting there.
You load it for 30 minutes and it's a trap.
I'm not that young. I mean, I remember being a kid and primarily just playing Frogger on the PC.
Well, there you go. You
That
could
was
play
just the main
Frogger
thing I
on the
played on PC
PC.
when I was
We
a
had to
little
friggin'
kid.
have.
Do you remember playing
I
outside?
using an Atari for that shit.
Yeah, I used to like go on my bike and go to my friend's house playing Yu-Gi-Oh
That's
cards.
alright then.
Oh man, Yu-Gi-Oh.
And
I was
did-
young enough to play that.
I used to actually get out of the
There was
house.
a time when I used to do that.
Um,
That was a
but
long time
I
ago.
have grown up with PC though.
I can't remember what the sun looks like.
I remember the sun fondly.
How long did you play Yu-Gi-Oh for? Because I only played it for like 3 months
Me-
in middle school or something.
I actually played it for quite a long time. I even went to this club thing in this town nearby, and me and my friend played with people there. And the guys there were like in their 30s,
Yeah.
some of them.
Oh my
Yeah, I think that was the best
God.
part is
And I actually,
in the U.S. you go to
I
any
speak to
game
people.
shop and you'll see usually kind of the high school to adult range people like playing Magic, but then you'll see like the most insane like polarized ages playing Yu-Gi-Oh. It's so weird.
Yeah, it was really weird too.
I think it's great.
It's great for all ages. It's like when you go
It's
to a
probably one of the only
convention, like,
times
with loads of
people like that and
ages.
kids
I'm
can
just
get
going to
together
first.
without there being any kind of trouble.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like we have an
Not at my
escapism
house.
here in England, and we have, you know, the root of all evil. If you've heard of him, he's actually older
Oh,
than
yeah.
you think he is.
He's actually 107
But he's really cool to
years
hang out
old.
with.
Who?
He's actually disappeared off the forums.
He
I
was
mean,
a-
is he still active in user groups?
He's active on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. He
Who are you
disappeared from the
talking about?
forums after the.
Root of all evil.
Yeah, he didn't. He stopped posting after the.
He had a disagreement with
the
someone.
St. Patrick's Day episode
Oh.
of No Right Answer. He had a row on that over it, and he left after that. I think he overreacted, to be honest, but yeah, surprised to see him go. I mean, you know, you think if you spend
I think he still plays Team Fortress 2 on the Escapist server.
yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, but I was surprised to see that he just
It was sad. I miss him.
drop everything just because of.
I talk to him every day.
You talk to him I talk to him every day. On some days, if I don't talk to him,
Oh, God.
I kill things.
I stalk him on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
I made a voodoo doll and I pet it to
It just
sleep.
reminds me of that meme, isn't it? Like the crazy girlfriend meme, where it's just like that girl sort of staring at the screen with the crazy eyes. It's just like you didn't talk to me today, so I killed people.
Yeah,
You didn't talk to me today, so I killed the puppy I named
Like
after
my
you.
ex.
Yeah.
I had a non-age related question for Flames, and I can't remember it for the life of me. It's driving me crazy.
Ah,
How excited are you for Evangelion?
I
third
welcome any
movie.
questions.
Are you so hyped?
3.0?
Are you
Oh,
more-
I
are
am
you more
like
hyped
literally my
than the
pants
hype-
are almost coming off.
than the hypenest thing that ever hyped.
I'm scouring the internet for as much information on it as I possibly can get, basically. But it sucks because
Oh
obviously
man, I remember
it takes ages to get here.
when I was in this was back when I was in university. It's like I have a friend who likes to watch it as well. I mean, I like to watch it as well. And I remember he sent me a picture of a Japanese magazine that had the announcement on the front of it that they were redoing all the movies again. And I just didn't hear anything about it for about 3 years. And then there's suddenly the movies out, and I went, oh shit, I'm buying that crap on Blu-ray.
See, I'm kind of like the crack addict looking for his fix with Darker Than Black because season 2 sucked total ball
I tried
sacks,
watching that.
and they keep rumoring that the first season's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
The second one is like sort of good, but then the ending sucks ass. And there are all these rumors for a third season, and it might happen, it might not happen, who knows? And all I'm hoping is that they just make it just good enough to salvage the end of the second season, and I can just be happy that the second season, the show didn't end that
That's
way.
what I keep hearing about
Because it was fucking
Angel
awful.
Beats second season.
Somebody call the ambulance. Someone's butt hurt.
I know.
But
I am so.
I only
butthurt.
watched the first 2 episodes of the second season for Dark and the Black, and I didn't watch any more of it from there.
I actually watched that show. All I know is there's a
Did,
cat in it called Mal. That's it. I don't actually know anything
Well,
about
see,
it.
that's the problem. The main issue with season 2 is that Mao is a flying squirrel instead of a cat in
What
season
the
2.
What?
fuck is this shit?
I know, it's fucking bullshit. It made me so mad.
It's just like Fappy's like
Continuity.
Fappy's
Lol,
Fappy's
no.
just sitting there going, I fucking hate this show.
Well,
now."
he's not. Well, it makes sense within the context of the story, but it was still a total like dick moment. Made me mad.
He was just like, I can just imagine you sitting there with a sulky face going, fuck this show, man. Used to be cool.
I know. Yeah, I did. Somebody told me like I should change at some point. I should change it to season 2 Mount, and I was like, "Fuck no! You're trying to insult me, man?
There is no
Come at
season
what is this
2
shit?"
There is only season 1.
But yeah, at least somebody else on this chat has seen at least the first season because
Yeah.
I never get to talk to anybody about it.
I did
And
love
it's
the
too
first
awesome.
season.
And my Kirihara body pillow will come in the mail any day now, right?
What?
Wait, what?
No, nothing.
Maybe you should keep that to yourself.
I meant Garrus body pillow.
Oh, that's cool then. That's cool.
Oh,
That's,
okay,
that's cool,
yeah.
bro. Everyone loves Garrus. God damn, I love Garrus.
Want to let him calibrate my
Everyone.
nuts.
He's just God damn. I love that guy so much.
If you don't love Garrus, you're probably dead by someone who's
I
killed you.
love Garrus
Exactly.
even more than I love
Probably Garrus.
even more than I love Nathan Fillion. And that's it.
Oh god, that's pretty crazy.
it's-
Well, I think Nathan Fillion is he's the human version of Garrus.
But it's not. one thing Louise, my fiance, likes to point out is that he's kind of put on weight since Firefly, and he hasn't. Well, he has, but he hasn't, and she won't stop telling me, and I'm like, how dare you say that about Nathan Fillion? He could lose
You
that
can't
weight.
look up to fat people.
He is a god among us.
He's not fat because he won't exercise. It's Castle's fat. Nathan Fillion, he's hot all the time.
Yeah.
I was just reminded
Joseph
of
Gordon-Levitt.
So,
the episode or something like that.
Joseph
It was like,
Gordon-Levitt's holder.
where he's doing a Halloween episode or something, and he dresses up as Mal from Firefly, and I think his daughter or something's like, "What are you?" And he's like, "Space cowboy," and it's like, "That was 7 years ago, Dad. Don't you think you should let it go?" And it's like, "I like it."
oh. Actually, that reminds me of an old interview I read where Hugh Jackman said his wife likes it when he dresses up as Wolverine in the bedroom.
That makes one person then.
Yeah.
Someone likes scratches.
Oh yeah. How'd- what was that?
Nothing.
You just volunteered yourself
And that's the
for the
and that's the furries who
the
are now
romantic fan
watching-
fiction.
That's the furries now who are gonna.
God
who
damn
we're
it.
Listeners to.
Yeah, Daystar, I don't think we told you about that. On Valentine's Day, we're going to do a special episode where we'll get a couple people to act out a like a sexy fan fiction. And
Are we allowed to be dressed
sweet.
for it?
Sky just volunteered herself.
Can I be like the creepy rapist who like is in love with someone but they're
But
not in
no,
love with me?
That's what I was going to ask you
No.
about. Are you really a rapist?
No,
Flames?
but then Flames, that's acting, not being
Well-
yourself.
Oh, sorry. Well, I think I told one of the people in Brovengers.
Yeah, he was.
One of the girls in my
Yeah.
sixth form had a toy baby to look
Yeah,
after.
you were talking about how it.
They wouldn't let me
you
hold
were talking
it.
about how they would never let you hold it because they was like you thought you were a rapist or something like that. Oh God.
I'm not
They thought
really.
you were gonna
I've been
rape a
convicted.
plastic
Yeah, that's what I'm
baby?
thinking. It's like, well, technically.
Yeah, I'll do anything.
You should just lawyer them and just go, well, technically, it's made of plastic.
It's not illegal.
Technically, it's not rape if it's not living.
Hey, that's not illegal. It's not illegal. You just go along with it.
I've never been convicted of anything I've done.
I think we've all abused some kind of toy in our lifetime. I remember knocking a plastic baby's head off with a baseball bat when I was a little kid.
See, now you said abused, and my mind went something completely different then.
So did mine.
I threw a
God.
hamster in the air as I
think
fell
that
down the
says more
stairs
about
once.
me than it does about you.
I think it does, actually.
Wait, hold on, go back. Who threw a hamster down the stairs?
Sorry. As a kid, I was running down the stairs and I fell down, and then the hamster flew, almost hit the door, but landed perfectly right next to it on its feet.
Is that a
Oh
real
my
hamster?
God.
Super hamster. Is that
A
hamster
real
still
hamster, yeah,
alive?
live.
'Cause it
What's
may
wrong with
be.
you?
It was scared shitless.
Was it
Like I picked it up
Hamtaro?
and it was just
Hamtaro.
stone. Like
Oh man.
I fucking love
it
Hamtaro.
actually looked like Hamtaro. Completely
Don't talk
look-alike.
to me about Hamtaro, I'll go on for ages.
Just getting withdrawal symptoms. Oh god, man, I need my fix. I need Hamtaro.
My girlfriend can sing the theme song. She can also sing the God.
Hamtaro, when we work together, it's much better.
Hamtaro.
Keep
going. Wow.
No, I don't know the time.
My girlfriend also knows the Gato song from Chrono Trigger in Japanese. For some
That
reason.
takes-
I can
Still.
confirm that because she sang that to me.
It's pretty short, actually, thankfully. I don't think she'd be able to do it otherwise. Oh yeah, that's right, at the
Yeah,
expo.
because you mentioned it at the expo.
So at least 3 out of the 5 people on this podcast went to the expo. I guess the other 2 were just too lame.
I was
I'm in
totes
Britain.
there.
I just couldn't
You
come.
can't say I wasn't.
Sky's in the UK, and she showed up.
Yeah, I made it.
If you light a torch for me next time,
You light
that'll
a torch
represent
and
me.
set all the things on fire.
I was supposed to do a sock puppet for someone.
Well, we'll light the beacons of Gondor.
One cannot simply light the beacons of Gondor. But yeah, you can.
Oh, now we're getting into
Because
this
it's not
Boromir.
because it's not in it's not in Mordor. It's totes safe. It's totes fine.
Yeah, I fucking love Sean Bean.
Oh man.
He's awesome.
Oh man,
I pronounce it Scene Bean just to annoy
I
people.
love his accent.
Martin Septim all the way.
It's like I was at
It
work
makes him sound like some scene kid.
a few weeks ago. I was at work.
Just imagine him
and,
with like highlights.
Yo, check it, it's Scene Bean!
some guy phoned in and I think he was from Sheffield, which is where Sean Bean's from, and his voice was exactly the same as Sean Bean. I was like, oh my god, Sean Bean's on the phone. I think he wants to buy something.
I like going back and playing the original N64 GoldenEye and being like, "That's Sean Bean."
Or what looks
Yeah, everyone in Sheffield sounds like Sean
or
Bean.
something that
I can verify
mildly
that.
resembles him in polygon form.
Yeah, exactly. 006 was such a douchebag. Tries to blow you up or something. I don't really remember that game too well. At least
Wasn't
not
it
the
in one of the
story mode.
movies as well?
Oh yeah, it's based off the movie.
Yeah.
Except for the last like 2 missions, which have nothing to do with the movie. I'm pretty sure. But I don't really remember. But so we've actually recorded about an hour, and we still have to talk about gamer girls
Oh god. Oh
or
yes. I
fake
love this
gamer
topic.
girls.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can
Do
I have
we?
a lot to say on
we can
this.
cut some stuff out. I mean, if we need to talk, but I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about that?
I'll just get angry.
You just get angry. I mean,
Well, that's
I mean, it'd be a
perfect.
good thing. I mean, because
Anger gets views.
because we got 2 girls on the. Well, I say we got 2 girls on the thing. We could do no.
Oh man, are
Girls
they
on the
real
show.
though?
Which reminds
Are
me.
they legit?
You say
Girls.
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 I
gotta-
barely
we-
This
count.
reminds me. Yesterday.
We gotta quiz them.
Yesterday on the CommuniCast on the user group, how we were sort of me and Matt were sort of arguing over which one Sky would be on, and it was like on the outside. I mean, this is something Louise pointed out. She said, "Hey, you know, it totally looks like you're trying to fight over a girl on the internet." It's like, no, she's been
Oh,
on
God.
my team. No, she's been on my team, dude. No, she's been on my team. And it's just, I was like,
Well, make
I was
sure
like,
the
no, you're
authority,
getting it
bro.
wrong. I just want to get it sorted out so we know who's showing up. Nothing to. Oh my God, there's a girl. We got to get her on the podcast.
Did you do an impression of Matt that sounded like he had just like inhaled helium or something?
No, I can't. I do shit impressions
Who,
of people.
me?
I'm one of those guys.
That was
I'm
you.
one of those guys that's like when I do an impression of somebody I know, it's like I'll just say my voice for them will just be something that's just completely wrong. So like if Louise, if I'm taking
What
the
makes you the
if I'm
authority,
taking-
bro? I'm
if I'm
Irish,
taking the
Matt.
piss out of say,
Oh, God.
if I'm taking the piss out of Louise, I wouldn't try and mimic a voice. I'll just go like, "Oh my God, Daystar, you suck so much." It'd just be like really manly.
Yeah. My sister does this really obnoxious voice that she does when she imitates everybody,
Yeah.
man or woman. It's the same voice
Just
for
like,
everybody.
God, what are you talking about? I fucking never do.
No, it's a little deeper than that.
That sounds
Sounds
like
like
Cartman.
someone- South Park.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And she says.
Are we all do our terrible
Here you
Cartman
go. I'm gonna
impressions?
help.
I'm not fat, I'm big bone.
Oh, what? That's an old school joke. That's like
Oh, yeah.
that's like 2001. That one.
Respect my authority.
Those are the best ones, though.
Yeah. When the satellite is sticking out of Cartman's
Oh,
ass.
I love that episode.
Wait, is that the original one or the taking the piss out of Star Wars one?
No, the very first one was the
That
was the
was
satellite
Yeah.
One
one.
of the really old ones.
That could have been either of them then. With the satellite. Yeah, and I loved how.
What was that? The very first
yeah,
episode?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's right. Because the pilot was the one where Santa fights Jesus.
And I love that they remade that episode just as a sort of taking the piss out of Lucas for wanting to go back and change his work to add stuff in. It's like we didn't have
Yeah.
the technology to make the
Oh,
satellite
wow.
look great last time, but now we've got CGI technology.
So I guess are we doing the fake gamer girls
We can
thing?
just maybe
Are we
maybe
all
we can
for
just
that?
talk about it briefly since I know on the side it's been going on for crazy.
No.
Or just drop it. Because again, the site's been like. Because I know there's been like a ton of threads
yeah.
about it
yeah,
already.
Yeah, we can
we
do
don't
it
need to go
briefly.
too deep into it.
Bad joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At least we're not doing the rape threads anymore.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
God.
that's a breath
Oh,
of fresh
what?
air, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
I've seen things, man. I've seen things.
After having our hands over our mouths.
Things you wouldn't believe.
I've seen
My
I've
god.
seen starships on fire off the shore of Orion. I'm just getting the quote completely wrong there.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I find really odd about the fake gamer girls thing is simply that like I remember it being kind of like a big like hot button issue a couple months ago, and then it died down, and all of a sudden it came up again out of nowhere, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean,
It's one of those things that probably circulates.
I don't know. It seems it's kind of like it's
The
kind of
internet
like, I mean,
circulates that stuff.
I mean, one of the things I'll never just understand about the internet is how angry people can get about something that's so petty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, so it's people
Yeah.
who are trying to be something they're not. What's the big deal? And it's like there's just
What else
there's
are we gonna do
just
all day?
genuine acidic vitriol and just so much hate, and it's just what you're gonna
I think
yeah.
I think they feel threatened, like their group. They feel like they have some sort of group, and people
It's always
pretend to
it's
be
yeah.
that
tribalism,
group.
isn't
Well,
it? It's sort of like it's the outsiders pretending to be, well, something that was considered 10 years ago to be not cool.
Right. Well, and honestly, this
So I
is
think
like,
that's the biggest
Yeah.
issue.
and this is like nothing new. I don't understand the hatred towards them. I mean, Jim Sterling said it best. It's, who gives a shit if they're fake or not? I mean, the music scene. I mean, every music scene has had posers and whatever, and like sports teams have had those fake people that talk out of their ass, and they are, and they're only doing it so it's not awkward for them or whatever. But still, it's just like the hatred for like the gamer girls thing.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I mean, that's
just,
what I mean. I mean, it's totally fun to take the piss.
it's just so weird to me.
I mean, the thing that doesn't make any sense is why are we... I don't understand why there's... I guess it's because it's easier to identify them. Because, like, I know plenty of guys who do the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's sort of
I mean, they're not dressing like
Yeah.
like Lollipop Chainsaw or anything
Yeah, I mean,
like that.
there's
but...
plenty of. I mean,
I'd pay to see
there's
that.
plenty of guys.
I kind of
there's plenty of guys who only play.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't saying that it's bad because of them. I mean, hell, I like Call of Duty, but I mean, there's some people who only play a particular kind of.
Oh
game.
my God, Daystar likes Call of Duty.
Oh my God.
Kill him!
But yeah.
Fire!
But yeah, I mean, it's sort of like
Hate,
that
hate.
could still be, I suppose, if we're using the same rules to judge the fake geeky gamer girls. It's just sort of, I mean, if you only play one type of game and consider yourself to be a gamer. I mean, I hate the term gamer anyway as a loose definition because I mean, what defines a gamer is just sort of it's we got to start. It's like game genre. It's like nothing in the gaming industry is just defined. It's like it's everything's loosely defined. What's an RPG? Well, that can be many things. It's like we just can't decide what words mean.
And
I think it's the whole.
Go ahead.
Sorry. The whole the geek gamer sort of image that some people are sort of trying to replicate. The thing is, isn't geek supposed to be sort of not? I'm trying my best not to sound like a hipster here, but
Go for it.
isn't the term geek supposed to mean something that's not the norm? But
Well, that's kind of
But
like...
more people, by more people who try and adopt the style, it's making it going into the very definition of it.
That's kind of like the root of the problem is simply that, like, I think a lot of people feel that way because, they don't need to go through the same shit I had to or have to go through because I'm not getting, chastised for being nerdy and liking all this shit. And the funny thing is, I see that kind of behavior coming from people who are totally up in arms against the whole gamer girl thing. Like I don't want to name names really,
Well,
but there are a couple
yeah.
contributors to the Escapist and people who run it who have that kind of mentality. Okay, I can talk about Movie Bob. He does that sometimes where he gets kind of he gets very nostalgic and he's like, well, these people didn't need to go through what I had to go through. High school sucked for me, blah blah blah. And at the same time, those very same people will jump on anybody who
and
they're like gamer girls. Oh god.
I understand what you mean. I mean that's sort of the thing I was going to sort of say. I mean I love Movie Bob. I love the stuff he does. But when it gets to the topic of geek fandom and things like that, he can be sort of hypocritical at times in the sense that it's sort of well, no one had to go through the shit I had to. But then it's like saying just because you went through shit means you have to put people through the same kind of shit that you did, because that's sort of missing the point, isn't it?
It's like hazing.
Yeah. It's like, oh well.
It's like
Yeah,
how
that's kinda like saying-
fraternities and stuff
Yeah,
function.
it's like, well, you didn't grow up.
It's kind of like saying you can't be a geek unless you've been bullied in school.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been bullied in
Exactly.
school, but I wouldn't consider myself a gamer girl because
Yeah.
I don't play enough games.
Well, I mean, that's sort of the thing. That's sort of. I mean, yeah. I think the thing that I always found. I wouldn't say. The only thing I found annoying about it is, and this is only annoying. It's sort of like when you see stuff on Facebook and shit like that. It's like, oh, I'm wearing glasses. I'm such a geek. Or I played 2 minutes of Call of Duty. It's like, well, no, come on.
Yeah. Well, And I mean, I'm guilty of it sometimes too. Like, I'm a huge comic book, like Marvel Avengers fanboy. I mean, I've been reading their comics for, since I was in middle school. And when the movie came out, I see all these, mostly girls who are, like, oh, Loki or whoever's so hot, blah, blah, blah. I love the Avengers and stuff.
We were just
And I'm
there for
sitting here
Iron
like,
Man.
Yeah.
well, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, some of them like Loki for some reason. He's a good actor, but I don't see
No,
how
I
he's
can
really
see
that
why.
attractive.
No, it's true for Iron Man.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
Louise totally digs
He's
Iron
the
Man as well.
preferred
It's like,
favourite, I think.
I've never experienced firsthand the Loki obsession. It's just everyone loves Iron Man.
Yeah.
Fucking Iron Man.
But, like, I know that sometimes I'll be like, oh, fuck these people. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They never read a comic book in their life. And then I have to stop myself and be like, Fappy, you're being a douche.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's.
Chill out.
Everyone's. For stuff we love, everyone's. Anyone who says there isn't. I wouldn't say they were lying, but I mean, everyone has a little bit of snobbery in regards to the things that they. In regards to hobbies. I mean, I'd be lying if I said.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd be lying if I
Yeah.
said that, I
Yeah.
mean, if I'd say I'd put people who only play Call of Duty on the same level as somebody who has experienced a wide range of different genres and stuff like that. But then that is sort of snobbery, and that's the whole point. But I wouldn't hold it against somebody for it. I mean, that's the difference. I think you can sort of think that, but it's when you start holding it against somebody and treating somebody as a lesser person is when it sort of crosses the line.
And and honestly,
Yeah.
and what I've noticed,
It's
sorry,
it's like with
what I've noticed is
when
that
people.
I was just agreeing with him.
is that even though I guess we as gamers and I hate that phrase too.
Delay grumps.
Yes. Is that even though we try to get people
Yeah, it's
to
just-
like
it's
hang
just
out
bad,
with
man.
us, try
I'm
yeah.
hardcore.
Oh god. But no, we try to get people to play with us and like experience games with each other, but also we're the most exclusive group of people ever, and it's just so ridiculous. And the funniest thing about that is like you don't really see that with like sports people. I mean, you can just like mention like a sports game or whatever if you're into that thing, and no one's gonna, plop you down and give you like a 10 question little quiz about whatever. And it's just I don't understand why we have to do the same thing. It's just so ridiculous to me.
I think it's because sports people haven't been
Well,
chastised.
I think
in
it's
the
also that
past,
sports
like,
is-
for liking sports.
Sports has kind of like
Just
two
like we mentioned
sides to
earlier.
it. You have the the fandom, and then you have the people who play it. Whereas gamers are usually both.
Well,
So
that's
it's
changing
kinda, You know what I mean? What I'm getting at? Kind of like fans will
Right.
try to like latch on to
Well-
something and talk. Like if you're a fan of the same movie series, you're
Well,
gonna.
the thing is you're also getting the professional. You're getting
Go ahead.
the professional gamers like Justin Wong, who's like known for Street Fighter. I think it's Street Fighter. I mean, you get these people that play it all the time and actually get paid for this. I mean, games are starting to see that now, and so I mean, it's I don't know. It's just the whole thing to me is just ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
I've experienced my own fair share of elitism, really, when
Frickin-
it comes to like Evangelion, really.
Well, that's sort of the funny thing about it. I mean, it's like on the one hand, I mean, again, it goes. I mean, Movie Bob touched on this before, but it's like sports. I mean, some of the hardcore sports fans are just as passionate about this sport than some gamers are about some games, but it's not. It's considered acceptable.
Sports fans are the craziest fans of anything in the
it's considered
universe.
socially acceptable to do that. I mean, no one's ever been chastised that they
Yeah.
like sports too much. It's kind of, but then if you sit in the room in the dark all day playing Metal Gear Solid 4, then well, you should be chastised. 'Cause
Obviously,
you're
you
playing Metal Gear
have
Solid
never
4.
been to Vegas.
You should
Ooh,
just watch like a movie version of it.
Ooh,
You know what? I went to Vegas about what was it? I went to Vegas about a year ago, and there was like this major
Snake Plissken.
NBA championship going on, and I was watching this guy. He had, I think, $20,000 on the game, and I saw him just lose it. I mean, he lost like his bet, and he lost $20,000, and I've never seen anyone lose their shit as much as this guy did. But
Wow.
loads.
so I mean, you get those people too. So I don't know.
we call them crazy people.
I think I think we'll have figured out that esports has entered a new realm of competitiveness when you start hearing about huge gambling scandals and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I think the problem with gaming as a sport is that it's getting bigger, but the mentality behind it all hasn't matured. It's still the same sort of
At all.
frat boy elitist bullshit that it's always been. I mean, I can't stand watching this stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't watch it either.
It's also incredibly one of the main issues I think that they've run into a lot is simply that the games are always changing. I mean, you have certain things like the original StarCraft, which is pretty much set in stone, but there are so many. The competitive scene as a whole is, the new installment of this game franchise all the time. So the game's always changing, the rules are always changing. Whereas you look at some of these old sports, and if they change any rule, it's like a huge deal. And it rarely
Yeah, I
ever
remember
happens.
Mortal Kombat.
So you have kind of like a continuity
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah, I
essentially, is
know
what it is.
that kind of popped up when Mortal Kombat came around, and they're going to start doing their own esports thing, and they're worried
Well, I
about all
suppose
the
that- yeah.
rules and whatever.
I think we're running quite far over now. I think.
Yeah, probably.
just a little bit.
Are there any closing comments on Gamer Girls?
Not really.
Girls suck.
Although I
They
have my own
smell.
experience of elitism, I could have commented on.
It's true, we
Girls
can
are
do.
smelly.
God, freaking girls, man. The girls suck.
Cuties, cuties.
Ugh.
They don't know how to play the video
So-
games.
So I'm not entirely sure what we're doing for the next episode, but I do know that sometime soon we want to do a mod-oriented episode where we kind of like debunk
Debunk.
like mod.
Hey, mods.
Yeah, debunk like myths about the mods and stuff,
Give it,
or about
Isn't
modding.
Binty running that?
show us the secret of
I
your
don't know who-
power.
There's a thread up and off topic.
Oh, I don't know. Binzy's sort of.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. Let's have a look. Modcast suggest questions. Yeah, he made that. I'm surprised he didn't decide to tell anybody about that. It's great of him to lay the idea behind us. It's only got 2 posts by the look of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's only got 2 posts, so that didn't particularly take
I
off.
didn't notice that. Well, we'll see what we do with that, but I do know that Sassafras and Martyr want to do an
And Time
episode
Lord,
together.
too, I
The
think.
Scorpion
That
King
sounds-
3 Love Fest. That's what we'll
Yeah,
call
that's
that
just
one.
gonna be a whole Scorpion King thing.
It's just going to be 60,000
Oh,
Scorpion
no.
Kings.
Has
See
any
what I did
have
there?
you watched Let the Right One In?
No, I haven't seen that. The new one or the old one? Because I haven't seen
Oh.
either.
The original Swedish film.
Oh, what are we talking about?
Oh, Let the Right One In. Basically, it's just like how Marta loves Scorpion King. I love Let the
Oh,
Right One
right.
In.
Is it some like?
I think
Oh,
I've
is it
seen
like
it.
some sort of B movie that sort of has a cult following?
Well,
Well, it's not a B movie. It's quite known, but I love it anyway.
we should end this with a movie suggestion from everybody. So there's Flames right there.
Which is Let the Right One In.
Mine would be Heat, which is a great crime thriller movie from 1995 starring Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and it's probably one of the best movies ever. And if you haven't seen it already, you should kill yourself.
Well, that was.
I'll go kill
That
myself.
wasn't
then.
judging at all.
I'll join you.
I suppose I always recommend the same movie because it's pretty much still my favourite movie of all time. Shawshank Redemption. It's just
Oh,
I just love that. I love that film so much. It's just a great
Shawshank.
film.
Yeah, we not to get into any detail at all, but we used to do we would dub movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Me and my friends and some my sister and stuff.
This was back before
And
the
we actually
internet.
dubbed the first half of Shawshank Redemption.
This was before the
And I
internet.
did Morgan
when
Freeman.
we had
I
nothing
think-
to
oh.
do.
No, the internet was
We
around.
haven't commented.
We-
We haven't commented on Daystar's girly name.
Wow.
Oh, we did that in the first episode.
What? My name? What? Oh, come on. My name's not
Oh.
girly.
Ashley.
Speaking of Ash, I have a perfect
okay.
name.
You know, I had a crush on a girl named Ashley in elementary school.
It's okay. I'm just.
Your leftovers
I have
from
a
a
perfect
cigarette.
movie to
Ha.
recommend, and it has a very madly named of Ash. It's Army of Darkness. I
heard some
fucking love
laughter in
that
the
movie.
background.
Army of Darkness. It's great. You should watch it.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was.
Oh, there you go.
This is my boomstick. Yeah.
Get in that pit, you son of a
That's a
whore!
good one.
Perfect
Haven't actually
example
heard of it.
of Ashley being the best name ever devised by naming conventions ever.
Oh god.
Alright, I'm gonna go in the opposite direction.
What's Dave's
then.
suggestion?
I'm gonna go with Kung Pao.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Fucking
Kung
love
Pao
that
into the
movie.
Oh, is
fist.
that the,
I love that
It's so
movie.
fucking
I love that
ridiculous.
movie.
Oh god.
My whole family, like my extended family, we all quote that movie.
The Kung Fu Cow is the best.
Bertie, tiger.
I always get Kung.
That's a lot of
I've
nuts.
seen it.
I always get.
That's a lot of
I always get that movie mixed up with Kung Fu Hustle for some reason, and I love
Yeah.
Kung Fu
Oh,
Hustle.
I love that
Kung
one as
Fu
well.
Hustle is so good.
Tell me if you see a Radio Shack.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant movie. I remember seeing it years ago for like the first time. It was on one of the movie channels on network TV, and it was just. I was like, this movie's fucking awesome.
You know what's another good one in that genre is Shaolin Soccer. It's not very well known, I don't think.
I saw the beginning of it, but I never saw the rest of it. I think it might be on Netflix still. I'm pretty sure it is.
One day, this cast will end. It just keeps on going on.
One
This is
day.
the cast that never ends.
We will live forever.
hour
Fizz
and
can
a half.
slaughter the hell out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Cut the
you
fat
can
out.
cut the racist Japanese commentary out.
No,
No,
no, leave it
that's
in.
staying in.
Oh no, keep that.
Keep that shit.
Keep it.
Alright, well,
Oh boy, keep it in.
unless there are any closing stuff, I'll wrap it up.
Standing around at the speed of diagonal.
Love it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll wrap it up.
I don't even know.
Fizz knows what I'm talking about.
Yep, and that's why I started laughing.
Grumps.
Which I still have yet to see.
You
You
should.
should watch it. It's the funniest thing. You know how
know.
Sonic
How
06
do we,
is
um,
considered the worst Sonic game of all time? Well, I didn't know.
Sonic Shuffle's the
I
worst
didn't
Sonic
know
game of all
just
time.
how bad that. I mean, I heard it by reputation that it was a bad game, but I didn't know just how bad it was before I saw the Let's Play of it.
Oh,
on
me
Game
too.
Grumps. It should be used as the perfect example of how never to make a game.
I could only play that game for 5 minutes before I gave it back to the person I was borrowing it from.
Oh, it's just
It's
broken. It's
terrible.
just absolutely
It was-
broken.
It's unplayable. But so I'd like to thank Sky and Flames for being on the show. We'd love to have you
The
back.
money's in the post.
Woohoo!
All the delicious monies.
Sweet.
Yay!
Make sure you pick up your keys on the
Thank
way
you very
out.
much for having me.
You know, these swinger parties are kind of hard to
No, I'm
run.
gonna.
Yeah, they are.
I'll sneak back in.
Oh
And
god,
rape you in your sleep.
that was our first rape threat for the show.
You know what else is hard?
Rape Red Grumps.
How did you know? So we'd love to have them back at some point, and we'd love to have other people show up. So if you want to be on the show, you know, just let us know. Join the
It
group.
doesn't matter how new you are to the Escapist. I mean, just look at Flamezdudes. Nobody knows that guy.
Oh my god.
You just need at least 10,000 posts. 10,000 posts and a join date of like 2000. What are we gonna go for? Super Elite
I'm
2007.
just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
kill myself now.
Only the elitist of the elite.
No. 2009. Let's be reasonable.
2009.
2009, greatest generation.
That's when I joined.
I'm a 2008.
I'm January 2010. I'll kill
You just
myself.
missed it. You missed it.
I lurked too much. That's my problem.
I just missed it
No, we're
by 4
only
days.
joking, Flamezdudes. We're only joking. I'm not joking.
No,
Sure.
burn.
I lurked a lot. That's why I don't have many post count. More to 5,000.
Oh.
You need to post more controversial
You'll make it,
threads.
eventually.
What you should do, yeah, after you finish
Exactly.
this, is go onto off topic and make a thread about furry ponies. I mean, that'll get everyone talking.
Or Ava.
Especially
Furry ponies / inflation rape friend zone.
also geeky
Oh
girls.
man,
Yes,
that will
yes.
create the
I'm
biggest,
still here.
Wait, no.
biggest flame war ever. Yeah, and best not to recommend that when the mod's here.
I'll just lock it straight away. Post a spider mod
It's
picture.
okay if you don't move, she can't see you.
Is
Oh
that
shit,
how
where'd he
mods
go?
work? I guess we'll have to debunk that
Using
later.
Jurassic Park rules
Or
on this
not.
one.
If you don't post, I
If
can't
you
see
don't
you.
post, you can't see you.
It'll be like Mythbusters.
I'm not good with. I'm not very good with thread ideas.
Alright, well, it was a fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did because we just dicked around the whole time.
Leave-
and it was very difficult.
Leave all the feedbacks.
All of them. All of
Right,
them
it's
that are
pretty
falling
fast.
from the sky.
Look at all the feedbacks.
Alright,
They're just
well.
falling from the sky.
It was fun. Alright, well, everybody wave to the camera that's non-existent.
Waving, waving,
Bye,
waving.
camera. It's not there. Waving. I'm actually
Totes
waving.
waving.
Yeah, I did too.
Good.
Because reasons.
And by this point, Fizz's
Because-
outro music
yeah.
should be making me
Yep.
fade away.